dialogue, but a few here and there, just put you in different space.
Welcome back.
Welcome back
to episode
101. The last one for 2021.
Yes, it is the last one for 20. The holiday season is coming up. God damn, December went crazy.
Fast.
I know. Episode 101 of the Mr. KnowItAll podcast. Mm-hmm. I am your host, Mr. KnowItAll, a.k.a. Keith Saunders, b.k.a. Michael Voorhees, and a.k.a. Haiku. If you want to be rapper about it. And I spit the hot fire and...
101, Jay-Z.
and Dylan. You gotta give him his respect. Hold on, what the fuck is my bomb? There we go. So I'm going to introduce you to my left first because we got a special guest in the building. Hey. Yeah. Kellie.
That's me. KQ.
Yep.
Kellie Q.
Mm-hmm.
That boy mama.
Right.
The diva.
When is that?
At all times.
At all times.
Every day. All day. Or General Petty. Wherever you want to go with
Petty
that.
for you. I like that.
And to my right, special guest in the building. Special guest in the building.
Hey now.
This man really needs no introduction.
He needs introduction. I'm a media whore, and I need all the introductions. I'm not going to pass that.
All right, so this man has been in this business, radio, podcasting, internet radio, Philadelphia radio, East Coast radio, actually New York radio. He's been around Belgium radio,
radio.eu.
I mean, just been around your airwaves for now over 2 decades.
Alaska. I was in Alaska.
You was in Alaska.
Wow.
Yikes.
See, that's 907 jams in Alaska.
Wow. Mm-hmm. Wow. Yeah, absolutely. So if there's anybody that knows anything about doing a podcast, radio show, any type of thing, none of you motherfuckers got no type of tips for me because this man's seen it all, been through it all, heard it all, and done it all. Yeah. And I'm talking about the man to my right, DJ Truuf.
Official voice of the streets and the internet.
Drop a bomb for it.
From MySpace. I got some cats picking me up from MySpace.
Damn.
And I record everything. My life is a movie that needs to be recorded and jotted down.
Yeah, we're going to talk about that because it's like I said before, we were talking earlier before all the introductions just about every week it seems like you dig in the crates and put up a picture, photo op interview or something like that next to somebody that's extremely famous. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Like taking pictures with billionaires and shit like that just because.
Right.
So we got to hear some shit about that.
Yeah, and a lot of times they want to take pictures with me, even with Floyd. He forced me to take pictures with him after I gave him like the best intro he's ever heard.
Really?
Since Michael Buffer introduced him into MGM, the MGM in Vegas.
Now, was he money at the time or was he Pretty Boy?
Oh, no, he was money.
It was money at the time?
TNT Money Team. The Money Team
was in full effect.
Oh, really? Was it? So this was after Zab and shit like that.
Right.
So this was circa 2000. I know he came to the city to do an event at the Villa.
Right.
We booked him in, and somehow I ended up that moment in my life opened up the biggest dream come true moment in the history. I could have stopped my career.
Right.
And just said I've accomplished everything I've ever wanted to do.
Right.
After the Floyd situation. But you can't do that because you just can't. It's always something bigger.
Let me just drop a bomb for that one too. So I want to talk about because I know a lot of these people that you spoke about and took pictures with. You did interviews with. Do you do now? Is that still the property of your former employer, or do
no?
I
don't have a former employer. I am the employee.
Oh shit! So you still got you got DATs and disc and all that other shit of interviews.
I do. I have tapes. I have. Wow. I have this one tape that there were 2 copies made.
Right.
One of them got burned in a fire.
Oh shit!
There is another copy of a tape on one of those video camera tapes that actually has
the VHS.
No, it might be the ADAT or something.
Right.
Yeah.
So it actually has me interviewing Aaliyah months before she died.
Wow.
It has me with Dwayne Martin.
Holy shit.
Lionel Richie. I caught him coming out of the bushes with some white woman. That's when I found out.
I can't.
That's when I found out that his daughter was his daughter. What's her name?
Nicole Richie.
Nicole Richie. Yeah.
I was like, They was like, that's his daughter. I was like, okay, now it makes sense.
Adopted.
It's hot.
It
Yeah,
makes
the
sense
hot.
with
It's
the
hot.
white
Look,
girl. and now-
adopted daughter.
Right. So now it's like, wow. And
That's actually what's her name? Niece.
And
Sheila Eves.
That
word.
that personal tape of interviews is only surpassed by now. This is something you can actually go see if you go onto YouTube and look up the Janet Jackson MTV Icon special.
Okay.
I'm featured in that 3 times. You can actually
shit.
see me. Destiny's Child is singing to me. I have
shit.
Stevie Wonder was saying something with Shaquille O'Neal, and they panned the camera down to me. And then there's one more opportunity they came up with, Macy Gray.
Oh wow.
And then the behind the scenes stuff, I went backstage and
Let me go get you a broom and dustpan for all them names you just dropped.
you might drop the names. I don't
No,
like to drop
dropping the
names.
shit out of them
I don't
names
like to
though.
drop names.
But let me finish the intro. Shout out to the Spotify listeners, Apple
now.
Podcast listeners, Google Podcast listeners, Stitcher listeners,
Hey, Stitcher.
SoundCloud listeners, the Anchor listeners. That's the home team, the YouTube and Patreon viewers. We will get to you.
We got stuff for you.
Absolutely. Get with us on IG at Mr_KnowItAll_pod. The Facebook fan page, Mr. Know-It-All Podcast fan page. And please send us all your fuckery, duckery, and schmuckery over to the Gmail account at MrKnowItAllPod@gmail.com. That's MrKnowItAllPod@gmail.com. Before we get started in current events and let DJ Truuf go in the way I know he wants to go in.
I'm just here watching you guys work.
No,
Don't mind my presence.
No. We're going to let you ravish the airwaves in a minute. You know what I'm saying? Definitely. We always start off the show with a useless fact. And the useless fact this week is that I bet you didn't know that you can thank Prince Albert for the Christmas tree.
Prince Albert
Prince
in the
Al-
can, the one in the can.
No, Prince Albert, not the one that you can get from South Street, 4th and South. No, Prince Albert, the original Prince Albert of Germany, actually had himself all the gifts that he bought for Christmas for his children. He had there was no photographs at the time, so he had paintings drawn of all these gifts being engulfed by a Christmas tree. So essentially what he did was they painted platforms with all the gifts that he got for kids, all the Tinker toys and shit like that, put on a tree. And they decorated the tree. And this is the first time that anybody had ever seen it. And lo and behold,
Christmas tree.
Christmas tree.
All right
The
now.
tradition started from there. So, it's something like by being Prince Albert and whatnot, I did not see a dickhead with an earring in it. But you know what I mean?
The deeper fact was the gifts under the tree. There was nothing in the boxes. He
Right.
painted it and gave the gift of the painting was the actual Christmas gift.
Get the fuck out
Not
of
the
here.
gifts under the tree, because it was just empty boxes, like
Right.
wrapped in cellophane. But there was nothing in
Damn.
the box.
Holy shit,
That's
man.
deeper
See, look, drop it. That's bombs. There's bombs and shit all over the place. Explosions everywhere. You know what I'm saying? Just information.
And that was the first time that's when the gag gift was created.
Get the fuck out of here. You serious?
Useless fact number 2.
Oh shit,
Oh,
the gas.
No, I just made
I
that
know
up.
it is. You gotta love that. I had to check on it. I'm like, hold on, let me research my shit. You know what I'm saying? Listen. Yeah, man. But you are in the building, and just want to talk to you for a moment before we, move on. We normally, we do a whole bunch of current events and we talk shit. Yeah, man. So you took some time off.
I took time off.
Right.
I didn't want to, but God made me take the time off.
Yeah, a lot of times that happens.
Told me to take a break.
Right. So as far as your resurgence now, because anytime that somebody that was kind of making a splash that you were, especially in black media, I just watched Music Box on HBO, and essentially damn, what is his name? Can't remember his name off top. I'm gonna have to look it up. Do me a favor, you look his name up. The inventor of Video Music Box, and I know you recall Video Music.
that.
Video Music Box.
I love that.
Essentially they were just talking about the type of effect that just in the hip hop community alone that
Ralph McDaniels.
And
Wait a minute.
and he was huge in that space, but it was something that he essentially he should be a billionaire. You know what I'm saying? He revolutionized music videos, especially for now, which is considered the biggest genre in the world. And there was times he wasn't getting paid to air none of these videos. So there was a point into which that he was actually shooting videos for a lot of these guys.
Yeah.
Because they were, they weren't getting that type of respect from their record labels and from the conglomerate that they were a part of.
Right.
And to be perfectly honest with you, that's a travesty to me, man. That's a fucking travesty to me.
A lot of times the people who laid the foundation are the ones who least benefited from the invention of them
Right.
too.
That's the craziest shit I've ever heard, though. To me, I mean, these guys should be always placed on a pedestal. I hope that all the proceeds from that documentary, Nas is the one that actually
He's
directed.
making sure.
Yeah, he's making sure that he gets to his family and in his pockets, and Giuliani actually took away that public access channel that it was on, but still to this day, the hip hop artists from all over the country run to go stream to his shit because New York and Philly and the areas that were actually on the East Coast that were picking it up were so massive. You know what I mean? As far as just the concentration of talent, everybody wanted to go see what was up with it. They was like, yeah, man, we got to get on Video Music Box. Fuck all that. And this is during the time when MTV was making a breakout.
My Posse's on Broadway. That was my favorite video to order.
You know what the funny thing about
my
So you know what the funny thing about it is?
I think I still have that CD from
when it turned from Video Music Box to the box. That's when like Viacom or whoever took it over, and even those proceeds weren't going to Ralph McDaniels at the time. That's a fucked up situation.
Was he still hosting it?
No, he wasn't. But it was his fucking invention.
Right.
Yeah, that sucks, man.
That means getting started in business, you got to get your paperwork together.
Yeah, that's true.
When you're a creator, you just create, and there's no. I need to do my publishing. I need to do my contracts. You just start creating.
Yeah, we talked about that.
Start pushing content out, and it comes back to bite you in the ass. Somebody stole your content.
Yeah, and
now they're reaping the rewards. And I see all these multi-millionaire bums.
Right.
And I'm not a hater, but I'm a hater of a lot of these kids, 17-year-old millionaires who made all this money online for doing exactly the same thing that I know a lot of people are doing who aren't.
Absolutely. And, you're right about that.
Whether he was smarter than the average guy, who knows? But enough is enough. That's how I put my foot down. Enough is enough.
Yeah, I hear that.
Now it's fuck you, pay me.
Absolutely.
That's all it's
about.
As
it should have always been, but I guess it was easier to, for people to go ahead and try to get their foot in the door, saying, hey, look, I got a good idea, thinking that people were going to be respectful of that.
Yeah.
Give a fuck.
You got to protect yourself.
Yeah, you got to protect yourself, man. It's just,
was that song back in the day, Protect Your Neck?
Yeah, exactly. That's a given. But yeah, man, so we'll get into, a few more of the stories in a second, but now on to current events. Speaking of your man, you talked about him a little earlier, whatnot, and I actually played a song from Kanye and Drake, played nice for a benefit for Larry Hoover. Larry Hoover has been in jail for how many years? 27 years now?
A long time.
A long time. He got a life sentence for selling drugs, and then they tried to, he's fighting another case over murder, to set a third. It's been a rough situation, a rough go of that, and I guess that
he's serving 6 life sentences.
Yeah. They're looking to try to get him off on these. That shit's never gonna happen.
He was sentenced to 150 to 200 years.
Yeah.
For a 1973 murder.
See, now here's the thing though. Isn't that murder still pending? I thought that they locked him up for the crack selling.
Well, this is under Wikipedia.
Oh, yeah. Fuck
so
Wikipedia, you can change that right now.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
But this is just the beginning information saying that he was sentenced to 150 to 200 years for a 1973 murder, and in 1997 he received a life sentence.
It's all bullshit, because I think that maybe the 97 thing was compiled on top of the crack shit.
Probably.
And then what they did was I guess he filed an appeal, and he's trying to fight the appeal, but he needs the other bullshit off his back so he can fight the appeal.
He got 2 children named Larry.
Yo, listen.
I can't.
I ain't hating. For some reason, Larry's and George's like to name their kids after each other. Yeah,
No, but he got 2 kids.
Name Larry.
Larry Bernard and Larry Hoover Jr.
Shit, George got 4 Georges.
Yeah.
George Foreman got what?
And one of his daughters like Georgiana or some shit.
He might have got a daughter named George.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Shit, it is what it is, man.
That's horrible.
Let it be what it's gonna be. But Kanye and Drake play nice. I think they hate each other. I still think they hate each other. I think it's a competition thing in them. I think that Drake feels as if that he's the wave of now. Kanye feels like he's the wave of forever. And Kanye is worth supposedly $9 billion. Yeah. So what he's going to do is, one thing that I can respect Kanye about.
Georgetta.
Yeah. Georgetta. And I bet you they call her George. One thing I respect Kanye about is Kanye says and does exactly what people the standards they hold themselves to. And what I mean by that is, when everybody is talking about who making more money, it's always fun and games and whatnot when you broke. When somebody's broke and somebody say, oh, all right, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, I'm worth $1 million and somebody is worth 30. Like, yeah, nigga, but I'm worth more money. Until somebody coming in and is worth more than everybody. And then all of a sudden it's braggadocious. Well, that shit don't mean nothing. No, it does mean something, homie. Because all you do is spend your shit on money on Balenciagas and Louis Vuitton and all this extra shit.
Right.
But you get mad at when somebody say, oh, I could buy Louis Vuitton if I want to. See, that's just extra braggadocious. To me, I hate the idea of that. To me, it's saying that you could talk shit on people that you know for a fact are beneath you, but when somebody's above you in a financial realm, you don't want no parts of it because you understand what it's about.
Right.
I hate that idea. So Kanye, keep doing what you're doing, keep talking your shit. I think Drake is jealous because of that. But I mean, who knows? I mean, Drake do his thing too. You know what I mean? He get money too. He don't get Kanye money, but he get money.
I mean, at a certain point, money is irrelevant.
Yeah.
The money, you can't spend all the money that you have.
That's true.
Even if you spent more money every day, you doubled it, you want to spend $2 million more tomorrow.
Right.
You're never going to spend it all.
Yeah, that's true.
If it's invested correctly. So
yeah, that's true. That's true. So I mean, honestly, the concert, I didn't watch it. Did you see it? Yeah. Did you see it?
I did not.
Yeah. I just wasn't interested. I'm not gonna lie to you. I didn't really give a fuck.
Hell, I didn't even know about it.
Yeah, I wasn't. I didn't really want to see it. I
don't think it was marketed towards
But shout out to them.
People like me.
But we're gonna stick with the Kanye thing for a second and whatnot because Kanye had a point into which that he was essentially he put bars in one of his songs, essentially begging Kim to come back to him.
Oh yeah. She just put another stipulation out like, I want to be officially single.
Yes, like she went to court.
Please, I don't want to be with this guy anymore.
Can I tell you the reason why? It's because Pete Davidson is blowing the hairs off her back.
No, that's the guy from Saturday Night Live.
Yes, it is. I wanted to talk about it, but I guess it's
the young white guy or whatever he is.
He's like mixed or something like that. Yeah. He's like
he pulled Kim.
Yeah, he pulled Kim.
Wow.
But that dude, he got bodies. He had Ariana Grande.
He was engaged to her.
He had Kate Beckinsale.
Wow.
From you remember what was it? Underworld, the vampire chick. Yeah. So he gets him. I'm not gonna lie to you. I think Kim's stigmatized. I think it's fucked up. Just as a married,
she's officially a cougar at this
moment. So. Yes. We're gonna talk about cougars later too.
We're gonna talk about he's cougars. 28.
Yeah. No. Absolutely. She's definitely a cougar. I honestly think that. I think he's fucking the shit out of her, and I think that the issue is that.
White.
But he's got to be.
I just looked at his father.
What about his mom? You see his mom?
Yeah, I see her.
They both
white? All the time. Yeah.
All right.
Mom is around all the damn time.
Oh, I thought he was mixed. But anyway, honestly,
they're from Staten Island.
Is that not
it's a different world up there?
But is that not the worst thing in the world though for Kanye? And I mean, you can't feel bad for Kanye, richest black man, one of the richest black men on the planet. Do you not feel bad for him? Know that he wants his wife back, but this goofy motherfucker is running around.
Once again, your money doesn't matter.
money, look, and it's obviously showing that money doesn't matter because if Kim is about anything,
right.
Kim is about some money.
Oh, she got some money.
She
got money from him.
And she like this.
From him and her own money.
She would love to say, nigga, I don't want you. I don't want your money.
But to be running around with Pete Davidson fucking you all crazy and whatnot, y'all on camera and shit. It's
a whole And sometimes you just need something different. And different doesn't always mean good, but from what she had to deal with him, I think Pete might actually be just a relief. It's easy going. It's I don't have to worry about him taking his meds.
My pride will not allow me to be begging you in front of the world.
And that's the hilarious thing, because he is the most prideful person.
Ain't that a bitch?
He is the most prideful person.
Then that goes to show you that pussy's fire.
And Kanye, you got plenty of $40, Kanye.
Oh my gosh.
Plenty of $40.
Exactly.
You don't have to be chasing one of these Kardashians.
Exactly.
I want her to run back to me, but she don't want to run back to you, dude.
$40 at will. While I'm sitting here, I just set up a couple $40 dates. Just that fast.
Go ahead, daddy. Go ahead, daddy.
Right.
Do your thing.
Right.
Do your thing. But it's fucked up though, man, because like, oh man, to be able to see, it's like seeing the enemy. You know what I'm saying? Because you have a beef.
It's
with
just
this
out
man.
there.
But you have
It's
a
just
beef.
out there.
But you have a beef with this man. And see, I think that's a part
But
of my
you the
pride
only
too.
one got a beef, because Pete don't got a beef with you.
He ain't got no because he's fucking his wife. Of course he don't. Your wife is blowing me, and I'm, you know what I'm saying? So what am I beefing
But look
with
at
you
all
for?
the sisters now. Look at the other one that's engaged to the drummer dude.
Mm-hmm.
And then they all hang with Megan Fox, who's what?
Machine Gun Kellie.
Kelly. Look at all three of them.
Yeah.
They all look alike.
Yo, well, look, they got the same surgeon. What you mean?
No, I'm not talking about the women.
Oh, okay.
I'm talking about the men.
Yeah. Skinny white guys.
Yeah.
Yeah, they moving on from the basketball players and whatnot. Listen.
The only one that really, 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 truly needs to move on is Chloe, and she don't seem to be able to do that.
Well, you talk about he done knocked somebody else up.
That's baby number 3.
Yeah, listen. And then he told her, you better take the $75,000 you got, because I'm retired from the NBA and I'm gonna be unemployed, so you can get no child support. To me, it's funny.
Like, I think she
because
just likes
he's
to
gonna
look a fool in the public eye.
You said, what?
I think she likes to look a fool in the public eye because
Chloe?
Yeah, because that's what you keep doing.
No, because I think Chloe and Courtney are the two sisters that are rich just off of the fact that they're sisters with the other sisters. Period. The other 3 got shit going on.
Before all this started, they did have a business.
Dash, you mean that shit that was on E? Come on.
They had a business.
I don't want to hear that.
In Beverly Hills. They had a business in Beverly Hills.
Yeah, but it wasn't that makeup shit that all them $1 billion makeup companies that 3 of them had.
Well,
3 sisters got $1 billion makeup. Huh?
Kim got makeup.
Kim got one. What's the other one named? Kylie got one.
I know Kylie has one. Kylie's killing the game.
Kylie the one with the biggest one.
Model.
And what's called a model?
OnlyFans is popping.
Who?
Kylie.
Kylie got a OnlyFans?
Of course.
Get the fuck out of here.
Oh, her OnlyFans is popping.
She get naked? Mm-hmm. Get the fuck
She
out of
does
here.
everything.
Shit. Ain't one of them.
I mean,
that's Tiger, right?
Yeah, Tiger is like in the top 5% too.
Yeah, his OnlyFans, but Tiger be fucking on there.
Oh, Tiger's doing everything.
Oh, he's doing everything. Yeah. I heard a song with him on it the other day that was kind of hot.
Yeah,
so he's still doing music and fucking.
Yeah,
on,
but
on
when you can make $1 million a week on OnlyFans,
Would you ever do it on OnlyFans?
I have OnlyFans.
Get the fuck out of
I
here.
have several.
You're lying.
I swear to God.
I don't even know what you're ready to go with that. You know what I'm saying?
In reality,
Is it feet? It ain't feet or nothing like that. No, you getting down to brass tacks.
But the OnlyFans concept was something that I originally thought of back in 2007 as the freakfiles.com, and I said to myself,
because that's what you call yourself when you talk to yourself.
Right.
Imagine a place where you can take all the phone porn and upload it safely and securely to a website, create a social network around your porn,
Right.
and then have people pay a premium to see it. And then I started to build the website, got the domain name for 5 years, worked with somebody to help me build the site. And
What was the domain name?
It's the freakfiles.com.
Oh, okay.
So you can take your freak files and
Yeah.
upload it.
Okay.
And I got into a relationship with someone who couldn't see the vision, who just thought I was some kind of prevert. and took me off my game.
Yeah, she wasn't with that shit at all.
And I ended up going to work at Starbucks. And 5-6 years later, I was sitting around. I said, OnlyFans, this is really something. It seems kind of familiar. It's just OnlyFans.
Oh, wow.
And then it hit me. Mm-hmm. And then I went back into my Messenger text messages, and I found the messages where I was talking to my web designer about this website. So now we're in the process of rebuilding the freakfiles.com.
Now, let me ask you a question. Do you believe that it was somebody that was a part of that community or part of that original thought process that branched off and with the OnlyFans, or it was completely original idea on their part as well?
I mean, I think, when you're in certain realms, I mean, as a creator, I would love to take credit and say I'm the only person who would have ever thought of this idea.
Yeah.
So someone just took that idea and just ran with it a little bit faster than I was.
Okay.
And I'm not mad that the CFO for OnlyFans made like $900 million in the last couple quarters. I'm not mad at that. I'm going to respect his gangster. And
Right.
I found a way to put my feet in their lane.
Right.
And at the same time, I'm going to build up my site. Actually, I'm looking for models for a butt-naked mukbang as we speak.
Mukbang. Run it down. I know what it is, but
For those of us who don't.
yeah.
For those of us who don't.
Yeah, please. Yeah, detail it for
the
me.
mukbang. It's the most popular thing. You if you've seen a mukbang, you've seen it.
Okay.
That's a table full of food.
Oh, yes.
One of these awesome microphones to my throat, and you can hear every chomp, chew.
Oh, okay. I know what that is.
Just, the person that you say, close your mouth when you eat.
Right.
We want you to open your mouth while you eat and make all the noises you can and eat as much as you want in front of a camera. And they're making millions of dollars doing that.
I've seen that lady.
Right.
With the lettuce.
Right. She was making maybe $2 to $3 million a year on her mukbangs.
I've seen some people not even now. It's naked people that are doing this. All right?
No, I mean I'm doing the naked part.
Oh, okay.
Right.
So just
But
people.
everybody has, right.
So this is just people eating.
It's just people eating.
Now I saw some earlier. Now this chick, she's an influencer, big time, and she pulled up on a Taco Bell, and went to fucking work. You know what I'm saying? Like she was in the mix in the drive-thru. She got like 200,000 followers, and she just rolls up on restaurants and eats.
Yeah, I mean, I get captivated on YouTube and just the dumb stuff that my mom said that, I'm a genius. I need to feed my brain useless information and stuff like that. So I would sit all day and just watch people eat on YouTube. 50 burgers.
And there is a market for that.
Right.
Is that the one? Is it one? I saw one chick. She's bad, put together well, nails done, and what she does is she does that with crab legs. That's her.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the one that makes $2 to $3 million a year.
That's
her
crazy.
Kids are living love. She has a big house, and all she does is twice a week she does these videos, post them up.
How's she getting a cholesterol check? Because the way that her fucking she gets it's like deep fried crab legs, and she cracks them, and it's like the biggest fucking crab legs I've ever seen. And then she dips them in the butter,
sauce,
and then in the salt, butter sauce, and goes to fucking work. Like
that.
Right. So we're going to level it up. And I actually I have 4 people who responded to my original post the other day.
Yeah.
They're not local, so I'm trying to coordinate how we can get this done.
Yeah.
But if you want to be a part of the Butt Naked Mukbang starting in January.
No shit.
You can do that right now.
Yeah, listen. I love the idea. I love the idea.
I had 2 friends. They're really big. They're like 400 or 500 pounds guys.
Oh, okay.
They're really big. I said, hey, guys, how would you like to do, this is months ago, maybe a year ago, before I even really had the concept together. Always have these ideas, and I have to get them out.
Yeah.
And I said, would you get naked and just eat? I mean, you guys are really proud of being fat.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's not like you can hide it.
Right.
So you deal with it, and you have no society restraints. You don't care what people think. I would love to just have you guys eat on camera. And they said, yeah.
What you're saying right now is probably the first time that I've ever heard a human being say this out of his mouth. Ever. Like
Seriously.
I've talked to a lot of people in my life, and I'm just like, damn. I started to think back. I'm like, all right, I'll be 39 in April. And this is the first time that I've ever heard anybody say that sequence of words. You know what I'm saying? Butt naked mukbang. I've talked to my friends. What would you guys think of eating naked? Like that is the first time. Right. Hey, listen, more power to him, but that's the shit. Yeah. So, Dr. Dre reached a settlement.
Divorced as fuck. Not only divorced as fuck, she wanted $2 million. I told you she was fucking herself over. She wanted $2 million a month. Bitch got $2 million all together. And that's the issue. You should have just chilled and say, all right, well, can I have at least $30 million because you were worth almost $1 billion. But now you wanted to fuck with people, so now he probably gave her the house, and all the kids are grown. So he's saying, fuck you, you take this $2 million, flip it, start a business, do what it is that you need to do.
Here's the house, but you still have to pay the taxes on it.
Yeah, exactly.
You don't have a job, so you're going to lose the house, and I'm going to buy it back from bankruptcy.
She's going to have to go back in. She's a lawyer, so she got to go back in the working law. Right. So shout out to Dr. Dre. I knew Dre was going to win that shit. That was the shit. Jussie's guilty, of course. Duh. This motherfucker. And from what I'm hearing, he's not going to do a day in jail. Like, I'm hearing that he's going to get community service.
I mean, who wants him in jail for that?
Yeah.
He's only going to have more fun in jail and end up doing the same thing.
It was just stupid.
Without the lube.
It was just stupid. Like, overall, the shit you did was just stupid. And then you had to go to court.
Right.
And explain, which makes you look even more stupid.
Right.
And so the easiest thing was just let them be out on the street because you're stupid.
I mean, the gays call that a relationship. That's what they call it. So, you know, hey.
He said he got upset and kind of, I don't even understand what the point of throwing not only Don Lemon, but his lover under the bus.
How Don Lemon get in this story?
I don't know, man. He said
Don
something.
Lemon minds his damn
no,
outside
he's
of when
he's like a white guy. He's so disconnected from the Negro community.
But I think what happened was because Jussie was, I think him and Jussie are friends on you know, on the back end of it. And I think that what he said was, hey, look, these motherfuckers from Empire ain't paying me the money that I want to be paid. So I need something to boost my worth or boost my value. So what happened is that
he could have just started an OnlyFans page.
For real.
People would have just, oh, wow.
Like, seriously, we as black folks know who Jussie and his family are.
Yes.
We remember the little TV show the family had back in the day. It was like one season.
They pronounce it Juicy.
No.
Juicy.
I know.
Smouye.
And that's all we call him in my house is Juicy Smouye.
Right.
But we know who you are.
Right.
We know your sister.
Shout out to Journey, man.
Shout out to Journey doing her damn thing at all times.
Nothing but make good art. Like she, you know, Lovecraft Country. She does nothing but make good art.
Is by you.
Goofy ass.
Because even as a
brother.
child, she was killing the game as an actress. However, there were so many more ways that he could have gotten acknowledged.
Right.
But you wanted to try to build up on all the racial tension that was going on then.
Absolutely.
Dude, wasn't nobody thinking about you?
Right. You just need a good management and somebody just grab him by the collar.
What did David say? Ain't nobody thinking about you.
Maybe him and Lee Daniels should have just hooked up. I think that was the issue. Maybe
he was so out of Lee Daniels was so out of his league.
But
I'm sorry.
Something needed to give because he wanted that top tier spot and he could have had.
But you're not that top tier person.
No, you're not a great actor. I didn't watch Empire to see Smollett.
And they could have replaced him too, but the show was ended anyway, so it didn't really matter.
It was coming up on the last season, so he already had episodes into that last season recorded.
It just got way too gay. It was just like, it was like okay, gay.
Okay,
way gay.
Yeah.
I agree with that. And I'm sorry, LGBTQIA+
I don't know
community.
if y'all watched this week's Power 2, book 2, but just be prepared for that too.
Well, I mean, listen, it happens. My thing is that just don't centralize everything around that. It's fine, but what happens is that they made the show just all about that. People that you didn't even think was supposed to be gay, all of a sudden, surprise! You know what I'm saying? Like it's like what the fuck? Like the point that didn't need that in the realm of it. So I respect it. I actually liked Empire until like the last 3 seasons. I was like, what the fuck is happening now? But it was what it was. He's not gonna do no time in jail. I just don't know if he's going to be. I don't know if he's gonna get work after this.
He's
gonna get
not.
work.
Yeah.
I know where he can get some work. They can do these butt naked mukbangs. Him and his lover, and I will get him paid. So Jussie, if you're watching,
yo. Well, listen, Jussie, if you need work, holla at DJ Truuf.
Come on.
He'll get you where you need to be
Come on. I am hiring.
Michael Strahan and a host of others.
No, I don't want to talk about that.
Took the outer space dick trip. What you mean? He took the dick trip. He took the outer space dick trip. Look, that's what they wanted to do. Was Snoop on there too?
It was not.
No, I thought Snoop was a part of that too. It was a couple of celebrities that were taking the Jeff Bezos outer space dick trip. They went and did it. I haven't heard anything from him because I think that he had to do it yesterday instead of or Friday.
I think they did it Friday.
Friday instead of during the week. They had to push it back or something like that because it's supposed to be like in the middle of the week where it's supposed to be big time news coverage. But if you do some shit on Friday, then it's leading into the weekend and nobody really cares. Right. But shout out to them though. You know what I'm saying?
Snoop. It was him and 5 other white people.
Oh, so Michael Strahan went with the whites. He didn't even. Oh, okay. Listen, I don't know. I thought he was going up there with
They didn't even go all the way into space. It just like broke through the barrier and then came back.
Thank you,
bro.
There's a guy that jumped out of a balloon.
Yeah, that was hot. Yeah, from that height. Yeah, that was the other one. It was from Virgin. From Virgin.
I just feel like that's not space.
Don't get her talking about
it's not space.
She say some weird space shit.
It's not space.
Her thought process on space is a little off. So when she start talking about space.
It's not space.
It gets weird.
They went up.
All right, here we go.
They went up to the border, and they came back down.
Right.
I mean, planes are at 35,000, 40.
Yeah.
They went up to 80. You know.
Yeah. Right.
No, it might have been more
until you look down and you can see Earth. You didn't go to space to me.
Yeah.
I had a little thought I was in love with that said, "I am space. I'm the universe, and you're NASA." And I still to this day, I don't understand what that means.
She wanted you to explore her.
Yeah.
Is that what it was?
Yeah.
But we had broken up at the time.
No. She just wanted you to explore.
The government broke up with NASA. They still explore.
Man, that's just thumb in the butt. And, you know what I'm saying? Spit on her back
that
and
sounds
shit.
cute and everything, but, are we hanging out again? I'm
what are we doing?
Yeah, what is going on?
I am you and you are me. We are both together.
You're not hanging out.
This is not the Beatles.
The thing about her being space is you're not hanging out because it ain't gonna be during the daytime. It's all night shit. You know what I'm saying? Because it's space. It's dark. You know what I mean?
See?
You know what I mean?
During their
Preferably no light.
launch into space.
Right.
Yeah,
I'm
preferably
not
no
even
light.
used to hanging out in the daytime. I start shutting shades.
Yeah, absolutely.
Turning the lights off.
It's just, you know.
We don't need no TV. Just we'll listen to music.
That's all it is. Just
Yeah,
she just wanted you to. She just wanted you to touch
Yeah,
behind her
you're
knee
not going
and shit.
into space if the shit only lasts 10 minutes.
You're in. All right.
Nigga, you're not in space.
All right.
You're not.
It's not outer space. I don't fucking know. It is what it is.
If I'm getting
out there.
But
on,
the Russians are going into space for real.
Yeah, they are.
You know, they're like, hey, Perestroika, 2 million pesos. You think you to the Russian space station.
Exactly.
and that's space to me.
Exactly.
Right.
I think they're just going higher in the air.
Another $300, I'll take you to Uranus. Okay?
But the problem with that
You want to go to Mars?
Mm-hmm.
Got you.
The problem with all that is that us as Americans, we don't trust Russians. And I'm like, well, I don't understand. See, people don't realize because didn't Russia go into space before we did?
Mm-hmm.
The cosmonauts were in space first.
Then they stole the whole concept of the space shuttle. They built the space. It looked just like the space shuttle.
Exactly.
It just never really worked according to the schematics.
Right, exactly. It's all bullshit. But shout out to them, man, for even making it up there. Now I guess I'm giving my memoriam. This is the fucking worst.
In memoriam.
Rest in peace. In memoriam. Thank you. Mm-hmm. Rest in peace to Michael Nesmith, the Monkees.
I loved the Monkees.
Hey, we're the monkeys.
There's only one left.
Yeah. Well, when was that group formed?
60s.
Okay.
They were supposed to be like the TV version of the Beatles.
It was a clear cut like replication of the Beatles. Like it was them. Who else was it that came out? Was it the Eagles or who else tried to be like the Beatles?
No, not the Eagles. The Eagles is a 70s rock band.
Okay, well, who? I don't know.
It was my dad's favorite band. That's why I can.
So who else was supposed to be like them? I mean, of course, Rolling Stones came after them. But who else was like the Americanized version? It was the Monkees and it was somebody else. It's a lot of bands that try to be the Beatles. Rest in peace to him. Rest in peace to Demaryius Thomas. Demaryius Thomas, great wide receiver. Great wide receiver. He's 33 years old, man. That's sad.
Yeah.
He just retired.
And it looked like it was like a
seizure.
total health issue, yeah.
Now, here we go. He's having seizures. So now I want to see how long it's going to take for the CTE claims to come out. I want to know how long, because he was having seizures and he died in the shower after having a seizure. And that wasn't the first, second, or third seizure they said he had been having over the past few months.
Wow.
I want to see how long the CTE, because they're gonna open his brain up and they're gonna check it out and whatnot, and I almost guarantee you they're gonna say he has CTE. You know what I mean? Like, rest in peace to that man. That's crazy. Like, he just retired last year.
Wow.
Like, which is nuts. You know what I mean? So this guy's over 33 is still playing wide receiver, which is crazy. Mm-hmm. And rest in peace to Zen Cannon. That was sad, bro. That was Nick Cannon's youngest son. Yeah. Right. That was sad. That was really, really sad. I really don't know how to feel about Nick Cannon being able to still go on TV to express this and still doing shows after. Am I wrong for feeling like that's the motherfucker that cries on Instagram?
I mean, it's a tough thing to have to be an entertainer.
Yeah.
And to have,
because
news dropped on you like that and to still have to entertain.
And that's the point.
And you already know that he's going to be, I don't want to say judged, but being the fact that you just had like a consecutive, 3-4 children in a row.
Right.
In 1 year, you done had 4 kids.
Yeah.
So he's already being looked at under a severe microscope.
I don't think that it's
that man is single.
And he can drop kids off.
I don't think that
Some
that's the issue.
people are here to just procreate.
Yeah.
I have several people in my family who are here to procreate with
quite a few of them as well.
Kids. Mm-hmm. And I walked in the house and seen 12 baby mamas all interacting with each other.
Yeah.
And I thought that was like wow.
No, it happens. Yeah. It happens.
But I'm just saying, we already know he's a celebrity. He's already been judged for having 3-4 kids in a year. And then this happens. And it's just like,
see,
I think he'd rather tell his story,
right,
than let the news people come and try to tell his story.
What's crazy?
So before you hear it from anyone else,
control the narrative.
Control the narrative.
Right. I just don't judge.
I don't know
when
if
it comes to death.
I don't know if I could do it, but then again, I'm a mother.
Right.
I don't know if I could do it.
Yeah.
I'm not even sure if put in that position, my son's father could do that. At that.
To be perfectly honest with you, the reason why I say this is because I'm when it comes to death, I don't look at it in the same type of light. I don't look at having a sick baby, regardless of where it comes from or the circumstances that it happens. I don't look at it as if that I'm judging him for having so many kids when one of them is sick at birth and begins to deteriorate and passes away from brain cancer. I don't look at that in the same light. When I look at the light that I look at it as weird is the fact that whether it's strength or not, when you muster this up to go on your platform, that you host a daily talk show, a live daily talk show, and you go on this show and you express this and you're able to still carry on. So it makes me weigh, is your platform or is your thought process of being famous on the same type of level as your personal life? And I get it, but I'm like, something about it makes me look at it with a side eye, like, damn, dog, you could have took a week or 2 off to kind of deal with it. No, some people work through it. I get it though.
Do we know exactly what date the baby died? Because he spent the last day of his baby's life with his baby.
Mm-hmm. His baby died Sunday. He did that report Monday.
So they knew. The whole thing is, from the time they found out the baby was sick, they've been preparing for this day.
Absolutely.
So I think that in preparation for this day, for this baby's whole life, then you already you've already gone through all the emotions that you can really go through because you knew this was happening. If you didn't know this was happening, if like you wake up and all of a sudden your baby that seems perfectly healthy has gone in his sleep, then I think maybe.
Yeah, I lost a child, and it's not. I don't talk about it too much. He was here for a while, a few hours, maybe 10 hours. Wow, the nurse said, he's not going to make it. He's not going to make it. So I had just enough time to get him dressed up and push him through the mall in a stroller.
Wow.
And,
okay. Right.
Put some Reeboks on him, some Jordans, and took some pictures.
Wow. Really?
Yeah, I had time to celebrate him.
I mean,
we stopped at Kids Corner.
Some people actually do that.
Build-A-Bear. I pushed him through there just so he would.
Are you serious now?
I did.
You are serious?
I did.
Yeah.
Wow.
I did.
Wow.
I did. I mean,
to say that you.
I could have been sad, but no.
Right.
I know this was going to happen. His mom was kind of against it, but
What? So was she with you when you did that?
she was not with me.
Oh, so she was pissed.
I don't know what she was.
You didn't give a fuck.
I don't even think she knows the story. I did actually just talk to her a month or two back because I'm going to be DJing a baby shower for her. And
Yo, got it.
Hey, when you don't burn them bridges, shit like that is allowed to happen.
I can't.
She called me. She asked me if I still had the pictures because I kept everything.
Oh my god.
And I said, I was moving around so much. I don't think I still have them.
Right.
But I do have a story that I want to tell you about.
Get the. Oh my god.
When you went home,
Yeah.
this is what me and Francesco did.
You have got it, dude. There's no fucking way.
First name was Francesco Amleto Monicello Brown Jr. No, he wasn't a junior, but Francesco Amleto Monicello.
You are serious.
I'm
Dead ass.
Yo,
Oh
yeah,
wow.
there is no fun.
I named him after my favorite pro bowler. I did.
Franco Harris?
No, Amleto Monicelli. He's a bowler.
Oh,
Francesco-
I thought you meant pro bowler, like football player.
No, pro bowler.
Oh, okay, pro bowler.
Bowler.
Right.
Like bowling
and
alley.
my favorite cologne was Francesco Smalto. So I got the combination of Francesco and Leto Monicello.
I'm really, really trying to cipher through this to see if you're actually serious or like, because I don't know, because and I'm a sick bastard for chuckling because I don't know. But my thing is that my thought that I just keep going through my mind is when you said you're DJing a baby shower for her.
I am.
That's
for one of her other kids is having a baby shower.
her. Okay, so she's pregnant again.
Her
Her
child is having a child.
Okay.
Right. So and I was gonna send. I actually edited the clip. I was gonna send her the clip of me talking about it. I haven't sent it to her yet until after she signs the contract for the party.
All right.
Then I'll let her hear the story.
Dude, yeah. I'm starting because the only thing that I can imagine is like you have this sick command center in your house. You know what I'm saying? That you have you try to decipher what you're gonna do in this place. Like, all right, so I'm gonna. Should I? I don't know. And then you make the call before you decide what you want to do.
And my filter is like wide open. Like if I was a cheese grater, the holes in the cheese grater would just be like big enough for pounds of mozzarella to go through. So you said this to her. How did she react when you said it to her? Told her.
You haven't told her that portion of it,
right? And I don't. As a mother, having a baby, losing a baby is might be a little different for her.
Absolutely. Yeah.
She has some other badass kids that she could fall back on in case, as a mother. But that was my son.
Right. Well, I mean, listen. You can never tell somebody how to grieve. You can never tell somebody how to deal with certain situations, and I get that. But now you saying that, I apologize, Nick Cannon. Maybe I shouldn't have felt the way that I felt.
And then even 2 weeks ago, just as we were going on air, my cousin called me. She's now the Grim Reaper to me. Because every time she calls me, it's like,
hey, that's my bestie.
Oh my God, I hate Tone, that person.
We call my bestie the angel of death.
Yeah, the first one was Tone. Your mom is dead.
Whoa.
Wow.
And
I was like, okay, wow, kind of hard to hit me on that.
Jeez.
And thank God I was in a place where someone was there to catch me as I fell on the ground.
Wow.
And then 2 weeks ago, she called me again. Hey, Tone, Aunt Thelma's dead. Okay, as I'm going on the air.
Yeah, I'm gonna need you to stop answering her phone call.
Yeah, just stop. Just don't even answer.
You know, she got to go to voicemail until you go home and sit down, look, have a drink, and then listen to her voicemail.
You know, so when you speak with her, do you let her know, like, hey, yo,
the fuck is wrong with you?
Don't call me with this shit.
Yeah, I told her that funeral was the other day. I told her like.
Yeah, I saw your picture.
Really
I'm sorry about your loss. Yeah, man.
You really have to give me sort of a heads up when you make these calls.
But she called you, and your mother passed?
My mom was sick.
Yeah.
I knew she was going. It wasn't a shocker.
It wasn't a shocker, but the fact that,
She just said, I was at my publicist's house, Mystique, and I got the call, hey, and that's it. This is what it is. And that was a tough one. Even though I prepared for her to go for about a year. I moved back in to take care of her.
Yeah.
And then to even have to be the one to call her friends and say, hey, you really should come see her because she's going to be not here soon.
Right,
and they say, no, you can't talk like that. And I'm like, hey, I'm her son.
Right.
I'm giving you the real.
Absolutely. Okay. Absolutely. Yeah.
I have made my peace with this.
Yeah.
I'm trying to help you.
Right. So, and then I had to flip the switch and I became the Grim Reaper. And I had to start calling other family and friends.
So when you talk to you said this is your cousin or your aunt. Your cousin. Okay, when you talk to her on a regular basis, we're kind of veering off topic, but when you talk to her on a regular basis, is it always like some doom and gloom type?
No, I mean she's like the fly one in the family.
But she's just really blunt. Like she just comes off off the top rope with the elbow.
Yeah, she's the one. I wrote the obituary. Give me some credit for that.
Oh,
I know that.
You guys like what I wrote down. This is the other day.
I know that person.
Do you feel like this kind of like trying to make the situation about her for a second though?
It was about her until somebody said, you can't be in every picture on the obituary.
That's oh my gosh. Oh,
I
didn't even want to. No, I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that because it's all
do it.
Because it's a point of contention. My grandmother passed away back in what was it, early 20 and
March.
Thank you. And my wife helped my uncle essentially put together the obituary. And when the final obituary came in, and it was no secret, and you can ask anybody in my family. I was my grandmother's favorite grandson. It wasn't even close because my dad was the favorite and whatnot. It's a whole bunch of family shit behind that. Whole nother story. Love my family, love it dearly. I was the one that put it together. And my wife was not in the obituary. Oh, wow. My wife and I have been together for 20 years.
A long time.
And we've been married for 15.
A long time.
So therefore, the other people that got pictures in it have not been with my other relatives as long. The married in family or the in-laws, as you call them. And my wife kind of still takes that a little bit personal. But it is what it is. And, dealing with it is a motherfucker. But, you know what I'm saying? But, my grandmother, may she rest in peace. She knew what my heart was, and she knew what my wife's heart was, and it's just, I don't know. It'd be family sometimes. Yeah. It'd be family sometimes.
Just being an entertainer and having to deal with regular life,
right?
If you allow regular life to take you off your dean, then you are not an entertainer. You are not.
Ooh, okay.
You're not built for this because you have to be tough.
So we got to be. You're saying that in this realm, in these spaces, we have to be thick-skinned.
Not heartless, but you have to be tough.
Wow.
Even in
so you still have to keep moving.
You have to keep moving, even in negotiations, and you're dealing with business people. Everybody's not here to be your friend. No, you don't have any friends.
Okay,
you have people here you're trying to do business with. People will soil your name.
There is a reason why show business is called business.
And social media just exacerbated the whole situation. Where if you're not mentally strong, there are people committing suicide every day off of posts on Facebook.
That's very true.
Because they're in Facebook jail. I've been in Facebook jail for 6 months. Every month for 6 months I was in jail. I would come out, they would put me back in. I would come out, and it was just like, and I would send it. I say, you know what? I told them that there were people dying over social media, and you guys are targeting me. And thank God I'm not weak-minded.
Right.
I would probably be like having a problem because social media is a big part of what I do and what we do.
Right. Absolutely. Yeah, man. Yeah, we veered off a little bit with that. Yeah, but no, because but the last portion of this is kind of like does an automatic 360 to everything that we were talking about. Wraps it up in a nice little bow. Travis Scott did an interview with Charlamagne the God about Astroworld. Speaking of travesties and social media and big time entertainers and whatnot. Travesty. He is actually, no, you're absolutely right. He is, first and foremost, Travis Scott needs not to talk. He's not the best speaker in general. But not only that, people died at your concert. Mm-hmm. And you just probably don't need to say much of anything. And they say that he insisted on speaking. And I think that it goes back to what you were saying, not being able to entertain and look and try to be strong enough to kind of move through what you're going through. Right. Because I think this shit is eating him alive. But I think it had to do with cutting corners. These guys are making $500 million in 2 days off of a festival that he throws. And, tickets are massively expensive. Security is none of that. And you had over 200,000 people at this place. This probably only should have been set up for 50,000. People are trampled. People are dead on the ground. And people are injured. And you're getting all the backlash from it. But you choose to come out to talk for what reason? Are you trying to defend yourself? Or what exactly is he trying to do in just in the midst of this whole thing? Like, what are you trying to say? Like, what do you need to tell me that I don't already know about Astroworld?
Mm-hmm. Yep. And there's so many other festivals that go off without a hitch. Crazy. With even more people than we're at Astro.
Really?
Absolutely.
I mean, I'm a big festival lover. I love DJ Carnage. He's one of my favorite festival DJs. Tiesto and Marshmallow. All these guys, who put on these massive events. Right. 100,000 people on the side of a mountain. In a gorge. Stuff like that. So, for him not to be able to articulate what the problem was, how he's going to rectify it, and have sympathy.
And that
have some sympathy.
That is the problem of not having the right team behind you. Because had he had the appropriate team behind him, one, somebody would have stopped him from
speaking. But the problem is that teams these days don't voice leverage. Yeah, so there's nobody nowadays. There is nobody, if you are, let's say you're in the realm of independence. Let's say that because of the type of the money that we talk about, a guy like Travis Scott is a superstar. So what happens is that when he does shit and he says he wants it done, there is nobody to trump him. There is no board.
He has no man.
Exactly. He's always in the mix. Which is
my point of not having the right team behind you. Because somewhere, someone tells Beyonce no.
But there is no puff. Okay. There's no puff for Biggs nowadays. That's the point. Yeah. There's no Suge for Pox. These guys are running rampant. That's what they do. That's the reason why the baby is in the trouble that he's in. There's nobody to say, hey, shut the fuck up, fall back, and let us take care of this. Or at least
let me prepare you, or even having the right lawyer, let me prepare you to speak. This is probably what they're going to ask you. Right. Let me give you the appropriate short, to the point response. When you don't have that, then you look like this.
Did you guys see True Story?
True Story, yes.
Loved
I haven't seen it, but I've had to sort of fall victim to some of the things he's talking about.
Yeah. So my thought process is that because I think it's definitely loosely based on, or it could be tightly based, because sometimes you never know. Right. You know what I'm saying? That's what worries me, though. Kevin Hart, spoiler alert, were you planning on watching it?
As soon as my sister pays the Netflix bill.
Hurry up, play Netflix.
Kevin Hart does something bad and it's cover up, bunch of shit. The thing is that the one thing that I can say is in line with that is that Kevin Hart is a super duper star. And a lot of these things that Kevin Hart got caught up in, same thing as Travis Scott. He is the ultimate say-so because he is the breadwinner. Nobody has the type of tier, the type of power to say, Kev, you need to shut the fuck up, or you need to not do this, or that.
Like when you look at
he's fucked his own self up. Yeah.
And the person that plays his bodyguard, I think that's the one person, like in that realm of we're talking about Travis Scott, of who would have been like, the fuck is wrong with you? Like who could actually talk to him and get through to him.
But the problem is that even in real life, him and that guy have that type of relationship. But also, it's still about the respect factor. It's still about the power setting. Because at the end of the day, y'all can be friends and you can have all the respect in the world that you want. But he's not the be all end all. That he can still fire that dude. Kid, you could tell by the way. Remember that special "Don't Fuck This Up." You can still talk, even by the way he spoke to him, even by the way he told. Because I think that Kevin Hart, in the midst of everything, is jealous of that guy. He felt as if that, like, yo, man, I don't give a fuck what you say. You ain't never gonna be richer than me. You'll never be better than me. This, that, and the third. You can have all the muscles you want to and all the freedom that you want to. I'm still Kevin Hart. And dude looked at Kevin Hart like, well, fuck who you is, nigga.
Right. Oh, when he was talking to Boss?
Huh?
When he was talking to Boss?
Yeah. Oh, you don't remember when?
Boss is his what's the name?
He's his trainer. I'm talking about on not on True Story, but on Don't Fuck This Up.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Boss
when
is
they was
his
on
trainer.
a plane, when they was on a plane and they got into a fight.
The person who plays his bodyguard in True Story, in real life, that would be Wayne.
I thought there would be more.
No.
I thought it was a mixture of.
No, I listen to Straight from the Heart every Tuesday and Thursday.
Oh, okay.
That motherfucker's Wayne.
Okay, because
like Wayne don't give a fuck. Wayne tells him off on the show.
Well, Wayne is much older than he is as well.
Not much.
Yeah, this ain't about Kevin Hart. But at the end of the day, like honestly, sometimes guys
like as soon as I watch the show, like I don't know if True Story is based on anything about Kevin Hart or just a story he knows, whatever. But when I start looking at what I know, right. You know, I've been listening to Straight from the Heart for as long as it's been on, as long as I had my Sirius. I'm like, that's Wayne. That's Wayne all day.
All right.
But
shout out to them. It was well put together though. Shout out to Wesley Snipes.
Yeah, that was a very.
So that has been our.
Is that a series or is this a one?
It's
a one-time series, but it's like what 7 episodes,
7-8 episodes, something like that.
Yeah.
You got to check it out though, man.
I watched really it in good.
They got Billy Zane is in it. It's a really good. Yeah, it's well put together.
I'm texting my sister right now.
Like, can you hurry up and pay it?
Yeah.
Pay that bill today.
It's well
like my mom was watching it. I was like, "Did you finish watching it?" She's like, I got to the second episode. I'm like this. Finish it.
Yeah,
trust me. Finish it.
I don't binge a lot of things, but
exactly.
I damn sure binge.
She finished watching it, and like a day later, she looks at me and she's like this. Damn, I told you. I told you.
Right. All right, moving on to this real quick though. I want to bring up a topic real quick, but I want to play something real quick. Check this out. I don't know what the fuck that is. Oh, sorry. There we go.
I realized today that I have nothing to offer a man.
Huh?
Nothing. And I feel like it took me 32 years to realize it because I just found that out today. So I was today years old when I realized it. And then it took me a lot of pride swallowing to be able to admit it. I'm going to tell you why I feel the way I feel. This is not based off anyone else. This is only based off myself. But I just wanted to share it just in case it may help somebody else. I feel like I don't have anything to offer to a man because a man asked me what I had to offer him. And it was the way he asked that made me realize that I don't. He simply stated, I realize that you're single, but tell me what would I benefit from having you as my woman? Now, outside of the basics like, oh, I look nice, I can cook, I work, I didn't have nothing else to offer. And the reason I realized that I didn't is because I got to thinking about myself. And all I've been doing for so many years is just working and taking care of kids. I don't know necessarily what I'm into. So there goes hobbies. I'm not necessarily sure my feminine level of energy because majority of my relationships, I wore the pants. So how can you, as a woman, offer to be a woman to a man if you've never fully been a woman? I am a woman because I'm a female, but I'm talking about like actually be a woman, like to a man. I've never experienced that, so I don't know what that feels like. So I can't honestly say that I have anything to offer as far as a woman outside of just being a woman. So that means all I really do have to offer is some pussy because I'm a woman and we have one. That's really not enough. I can't honestly say I can offer you a nurturing environment because I'm too frustrated about the children that I have and the lack of help that I have with them. So it's like I can't necessarily be so nurturing to you when I'm frustrated at the amount of nurturing that I'm already doing. So therefore, I know I can't offer you that. I can offer cooking for you, but then to me, it comes at a price because if you're coming and you're sitting and you're eating my food and you're not providing any of it, I'm a feel away. So now I'm offering you bitterness. That's not anything a man wants. Why would you want a bitter female? Well, I'm bitter because of my own merits. So it's not your job to fix the bitterness. It's my job to fix. As much as I want a man to come to me ready, able to provide, work, and handle himself, I think that me as a female, I need to have my emotions in check because if a man wants peace, I don't have any because I'm frustrated. I'm bitter, I'm emotional, I'm upset. So I made this video because today I realized that I don't have anything to offer a man outside of good looks. And I learned that I don't want a man for just his looks. So how can I be so selfish and only offer a bare minimum and expect so much? That is some unfair shit. Now, I don't know about all these other females. Other females may not agree or even feel the way
Tiffany
I feel.
Haddish?
No. This is a girl that's on TikTok that is the most accountable person I've ever seen in my life. Not an accountable person, because men are accountable this way all the time. Accountable, well, yes, men. If a man ain't nothing else, he is accountable. a man is accountable to a fault. Niggas lie. You know why men are more accountable than women? Because men lie in order to get what they want. Women lie in order to get something that they not always want. They just want their options to be available. And what she's saying is that she has no idea. She's saying that she doesn't know what she wants, but she damn sure knows that she doesn't have what it takes to get it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's exactly what it is. And a lot of times that's accountability. Women are not that accountable.
Because they have nothing to offer.
Yep.
And then they have an attitude
Yeah.
with you because you've exposed the fact that they have nothing to offer except what they're offering you, and you realize it's not enough.
Yep.
You know, that's not enough. 'Cause I can get that. I got plenty of $40.
Yeah, exactly. Okay. Right. But see what happened? It didn't.
And then you say you just set up a few.
Plenty of $40 is the name of this
Monday,
episode.
Tuesday, Wednesday.
Plenty of 40. But absolutely. No, but because the issue is that I think it has more to do with the fact that men, we have to have an accountability or whatnot, because if we're the provider and the protector or whatnot, if a situation happens into which we come up short, there's nothing that we can do. You can try to place blame, but it's evident. It's evident. You know what I'm saying? If you're not providing for your family, nigga, then guess what? You know what I'm saying? Something get cut the fuck off. You know what I'm saying? Something ain't working out right. You know, if you are being deceitful, if you're cheating or whatever, guess what? You know what I mean? If you get caught, then it's evident. You know what I'm saying? You got caught the fuck out there. Women, on the other hand, there's nothing that's in concrete that comes to what a woman is supposed to do and the way that they're supposed to treat you. You know what I'm saying? So what happens is that it always has to do with the way that you make them feel. Even when they're supposed to make you feel a certain way. You are being a bitch as a man if you don't accept the way that the woman who's trying her best is trying to make you feel. That's a lack of accountability. You know what I'm saying? So what it comes down to is that she's saying, I don't know what it takes to offer you because I want to be treated like this dainty lady, but I'm also, nigga, I have to do this. I have to do these things. And there's nothing wrong with the women, because women do have to do these things. You got to do these things. The man, listen, you got to be up. You got to get the kids ready. You got to do what you got to do. You know what I'm saying? You got to be around and be sexually available for your man when he wants. So therefore, you've built up bitterness. And what happens is that when you don't take accountability for bitterness, it comes off as you just not being a good person.
You're not a good person.
And
you can look
Good on the outside and just be rotten and miserable. And,
Yes.
And just,
And there's a lot of that.
So my question is that how, and I'm not gearing this towards women, but we've always had this talk. how do we weigh the verses? How do we weigh the Autobots versus the Decepticons against the accountability of a man and of a woman?
You have to be mature in your conversation. I think it only happens with age. I think
I agree with that.
As you grow,
You realize what you're going to accept and what you're not going to accept.
Right, right.
Because you have
And
to
what
protect,
you're willing to deal with.
right, and you have to protect your peace.
And if my peace means I have to give up my peace in order to deal with you on the daily or for a few.
That's
of
a
course,
problem.
I don't want to do that. I don't want to talk to you and feel miserable after I talk to you. I don't want to feel that way.
Wow.
Right.
You know,
Wow.
and I don't
Care if I get the butterflies when I'm around you. I have to sort of kill those butterflies off and say, stop doing that, butterflies, because this isn't the one. I have to get some Raid spray.
Right,
and
right,
Spray
exactly.
these butterflies because this
off.
isn't the
Yeah,
one.
Right.
As much as you want it to be the one,
Right.
this
Yeah.
isn't it.
Is this our fault as men?
yeah.
For years we just didn't care. We just would allow this bad behavior to continue.
Yeah,
Just
yeah.
because we had somebody riding with us, somebody we can just roll over and do nasty things with.
Is it also because we don't want the smoke?
We don't. I mean, as
Definitely as a mature man,
Yeah,
you
yeah.
don't want none of that.
Yeah.
yeah. I don't want. As soon as I man,
I don't even save numbers in my phone.
Right.
If you get the courtesy of a call, if you get to hear my voice on the phone, you are something special, because other than that, it's just some random words that come across your screen.
Right, right.
Just that way I protect. I don't want to be involved, because every time I talk to you, you put your problems on me. You tell me what you don't have. You tell me what you need. You
That's
tell
like
me
that. It's like that meme where the girl is she calls up and whatnot, and he's like, "What's up? How you doing?" She's like, "Oh, I'm cool. I'm just trying to figure out how to get this money for this light bill."
Right.
Yeah,
And
well,
the
let me
dude-
know how that works
Yeah,
out
the
for
dude
you.
is like, "Oh shit, that shit crazy. I'm gonna call you back."
Call you
You know
back.
what I'm saying?
Yeah, nobody wants that.
Right,
Nobody
exactly.
wants that in 20.
I think that's not one of my problems, but as an only child, I'm used to dealing on my own. So when I do talk to whoever I'm talking to, none of that comes up. None of that comes up unless you say, "Are you good? Do you need anything?" Unless you're asking me, then I'll be like, this is what's going on. But I'm not free willing turning my problems over to anyone, because they are just that. They are my problem.
As a woman, do you think you can strategically put in a list out there of what you have to offer a man?
Personally, I can.
All right, let's do it.
Support,
Okay.
friendship, honesty.
Okay.
I'm doing my thing. I'm not preoccupied with when we're going to spend time together.
Not what you're not. What you do.
Oh, well, I'm not worried about your time. When we spend time, when we allocate that time, you're doing your thing. You have your jobs. Like, this is the situation I'm in right now. My friend has a few jobs.
Right.
So if it was the old Kellie,
Right.
I'm like, well, damn, this nigga got 6 jobs. We ain't never gonna spend time together. Guess what?
Right.
I got a new job. I'm doing like 10 hours a day.
Yeah.
When I go home, I'm going to sleep. So I understand what he's doing.
Right.
And it's not like I have any indication that he would be doing anything else, because when he's at these jobs, he's texting me, video from these jobs. I'm not asking for that.
Right.
So I'm like, hey, how's you?
Guys, don't be that insecure where you have to do that.
Yeah, that's too much.
Yeah,
It's a lot.
don't do that. Don't do
Yeah.
that.
But that's it, that's his thing, because
Because it leads me to believe that you might be doing something and you're trying to distract me, because you do send me videos like that.
But
Your
we
location turned on.
the funny
shit.
thing is that we both work in similar fields. So I work events, he works events, bartending. So we're always showing each other, the
Right.
different stuff. And the fact that, like, on Thursday and Friday, we both worked an event for the same people.
Okay.
So one was at my hotel, one was at his hotel. So just going back and forth. Did you meet him? It's just
I think that what you said though, I like that one portion of it though, because it implies feelings to go along with that. I can respect that. But I also know that it is kind of what women say, because what they have to offer is not anything that's solidified. So when a man comes to the table, especially an established man, the first thing that this nigga says is, I have my own house, I have my own car, I have my own job. You know what I'm saying? I don't have.
I have my own house. I have my own car.
But that's not.
I have my own job.
But as a woman,
this is my 4th car that I've owned. Right out by myself. Yeah. No one has gone to the car dealership with me to buy anything. Yeah. It is all me. Mm-hmm. I handle my business.
No, absolutely. But
everybody can't say that.
Absolutely, you're right. But what you have as a woman is not accessible to a man. That is something that, see, when men say shit, we say shit under the pretense that this will be accessible to you if you fuck with me.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So if you fuck with
and that's my thing, is I'm not expecting that.
No. It's not
for you to, for it to be accessible to me. Because if this is something we are, my son's father had a house.
Yeah.
And I spent the night over there. We have a child. We spent the night over there.
Right.
But no way in hell did I ever expect to live there.
But that was a part of you. I'm not even worried about that portion of it.
That's
was
something I
expect.
Like if we decided that there was going to be more than boyfriend and girlfriend and parents, I had a condo at the time. I had my own space. He had his own space. If we were going to do this whole 100 family thing, then you're selling that, I'm selling this. We're going to come together.
No, absolutely. Which we get that portion. But let's talk about future plans. I'm talking about the fact that what a man offers when he comes to the table or whatnot, not only because half of the time you don't even give a fuck what he look like. What he brings to the table has to do with his materials are part of his characteristics.
Yeah.
When your girlfriends ask about him, they don't ask what he look like. They ask what he does. You know what I'm saying? What he does, where he lives, what he drive. That's a part of him. I never approached one of my homies. I never approached one of my homies and they were like, yo, man, I fuck with this new chick. I'm like, damn, what kind of car she drive? Damn, where she live at? Damn, you know what I'm saying? I've never done that because to us, it doesn't matter. Yeah. That's not a part
How big is her ass? That's your question.
Exactly. What she look like? You know what I'm saying? So my thing is that you have to, when she is absolutely right. Women have to come to a portion into accountability. Women don't have anything a lot of times to offer men is because that's not the frame of mind that they're in. You look at yourself as a prize. So why would me being a prize have anything to offer the motherfucker that's going to get me? Mm-hmm. And that's the point, just what she's saying. So that's extreme accountability. So all in all, when you're looking for somebody, women are the prey. They're looking to be caught. They're looking to be captured. They're looking for somebody to steer them in the direction.
But once somebody gets to know them.
But if I capture you and you smell like a skunk.
And that's the point.
You got to get thrown back.
You got to get thrown the fuck back. So therefore, that's the reason why I can't find a good man to send a third. Right. Is because
you have roaches in your refrigerator.
You attract.
You won't tell social media that. You tell me that you don't have food.
If you got roaches in your refrigerator,
you attract.
That is fucking terrible.
I can't come in your house because
the one thing I think
rats running around. Okay, you don't say that.
No,
you just talk
you're not
about
supposed to talk
your
about
makeup tips and all that.
Right.
Okay, you talk about the fancy
something
new
crawl
shoes.
across the stream while you do.
Hold on. Let me ask you a question.
Hold on. Let me get this one thing out.
All right.
You keep worrying about women. Talking about. I keep attracting these losers. Mm-hmm. What energy are you putting out? See, I had to check myself on that.
Right.
Because it seemed like I was dealing with, A, B, C, and D. Mm-hmm. And yes, those are different letters, but they all act the fucking same.
Right.
Why do they all act the fucking same? Because I never changed. I may have left him alone, but I didn't change. So I had to check myself on the energy that I was actually putting out.
If your worst case scenario, if your worst physical, let's say your worst physical, not even say, okay, your worst, here we go. Your worst condition in life is what you had to lead with on, on a regular basis and whatnot. I wonder if most women feel as if they could get a man if you saw the worst condition, the roaches in the refrigerator. If women had to wear what their fucking bathroom looks like,
right,
on their shirt, right. You know what I'm saying? Exactly, and use that as a representative. I don't think that 99.9% of women would be able to get any type of man because and that's my fucking point. Just think about it. Just think about it. Like
now,
look at the bathroom. Like you be like, look at the nigga bathroom. You're like, yo, look at Shorty. She got a fat ass, but look at her fucking bathroom.
Yo.
You know what I mean? Like, honestly, no, I'm good.
What I
You know
want to
what
say,
mean?
I really can't say, but that's facts.
Yeah.
That's facts.
Absolutely.
And that goes for men too.
That's
it goes
anybody.
for men too.
That's anybody.
It should be anybody because I'm just like, I don't understand. I've walked into people's houses that, I know. And I'm like this.
But you know what?
Does your house look like this?
But a man's
men and women. I've walked into a man's house. I've walked into a woman's house.
Right.
And I'm on the same note of both of them. Like, why the fuck are you living like this? I suggested to someone.
Yeah.
Like, have you, I know you do this, that, and the third.
Right.
Have you ever thought about, hiring someone to come in once or twice a week to handle, what you can't because you're doing, all this on the outside.
That's a beautiful thing. I had a maid. Oh my gosh, I love having a maid.
Hell yeah.
I'm tempted to have one
It
now.
wasn't much. It was like $60 a week.
Yeah.
She came in. Yeah.
Leave the keys out. She come home. Wow.
I need one of them. That would be nice. But see, that's what I'm saying. But at the end of the day, the funniest thing, the only thing that I can say about it, we can move on from this in a second, that a man's crux in that situation, just the crust of a motherfucker would be something like he would walk around the shirt with like dirty drawers or a dirty garage. You know what I'm saying? I think that the issue is that I think that certain habits or like used condoms from spending $40. You know what I'm saying? Like that would be a man's crux that he would have to deal with, and it's something that's overcomable. I think a lot of times is we in certain situations, especially with women look at the way that they are and what they built up and the way that they react to certain things in life as set in stone. And if a nigga don't want to deal with it, then he ain't got to deal with her. But then all of a sudden,
I won't even like as much as I'd be wanting to have entertained people, guests every day.
Yeah.
In my head, 3 a.m. It's the thought hours. I want it to happen.
Right.
If things aren't presentable, I'm not going to even invite you over. And no, I don't care.
Yeah,
I care.
Exactly.
I care.
Right.
Absolutely.
And I'm not. I'm just not
Like,
going to
this
allow
just not
you
the moment.
Right. Right.
But that, I like
I wouldn't want to come over your house and have to deal with it because I knew I'm going to have ill feelings towards you, no matter how much I care. Like, why is all that there?
Like, remember the episode of Full House when Danny Tanner went to the chick crib? And first and foremost, that's a red flag. Let's be going back to red flags. It's a red flag. He went to the crib. She was trying to get freaky, and the nigga could not get over the fact that her house, her little apartment was a fucking mess. And it's Danny Tanner. He's a clean freak.
Right.
And he got 3 kids. But at the end of the day, and like 9 people live in his house, but it's always spotless. And bitch, it's just you. You live by yourself and you got syrup on a magazine. Fuck out of here. Right. I don't want nothing to do with that. And then, you know what I'm saying? They made up later on. But it's, it's real shit, man. Clap it up, though. I like that. That's good. But I think that accountability is a big deal. What's this?
Bottom.
What? Why? What?
I don't know. Find out.
Yeah, tell her soon. Yeah, tell her about 20 minutes. Yeah, it's white.
Because obviously she called you.
She's sending you to wrap it up.
I know. Yeah, exactly.
So she's like, let me call my sister.
So let's talk about you for a second, bro.
Hey,
run it down for me, man. Just tell
Who
me.
are you?
You know what I'm saying? Secret, not even
DJ Truuf.
Not even secret time or whatnot. DJ Truuf and myself, we are actually involved in a partnership. Pause. Not that type of partnership, but like
not what we were talking about earlier.
Yeah, no. Right now, I've been on kind of a surge to try to get the social media presence up to also help the numbers and. Ground base, and believe it or not, I've been talking about it for so long. You know what I mean? We're trying to, like build a team, or just somebody that has, just a vested interest in a situation like that. And DJ Truuf is the person of the hour when it comes to that. So I want to thank you, good brother, for
just the behind the scenes.
Yeah, you know what I mean, working diligently. You know what I mean, helping out the Mr. Know-It-All podcast and getting things geared up. But tell us about what you got going on with the the Tosh and Truuf pod, and everything that radio show and all that. And I know you got a whole bunch of shit going on.
Yeah, there's so much. I wouldn't want to take over the next 20 minutes.
Right,
He's going to kill you. But just bottom line, I mean, our Tuesday 8 to 10 slot is a raging infestation of very disrespectful talk. And not in a bad way.
Right.
We don't come on and curse people out.
Right.
And just say vile things. We try to just like here. I just try to keep it real.
Okay. Right.
And
absolutely.
Sometimes real just sounds kind of odd and funny and
yeah.
I'm not trying to hold back on my thought processes to make you feel comfortable in the conversation.
Right.
With Tosh, who is my anchor.
Shout out to Tosh.
She keeps me grounded. When I was with Malcolm, there was no ground. There was just we just kept going up until it just got really to be disrespectful sometimes. But Tosh will actually say, "Hey, we're not going to do that. We're not going to say that."
Right.
We're just going to let that one go.
Yeah,
and then she'll jump into another subject. So,
okay.
I appreciate her for that.
Yeah, that's my Kellie. Kellie pretty much does the same thing for me.
First and second tier are very important. Very important.
Absolutely.
That's where the congruity and the chemistry all happens. And then the third and fourth chair can always be interchanged. Like today, I was swapped out for the other person. So that's okay.
Right.
That's okay. And I appreciate you for having me down here.
Appreciate you coming. Thank you, man. Absolutely.
I am in the midst of a social media 70 program that is going to feature, I'm going to have a talent roster of 70 of the hottest artists across the globe. And it started with a vision over the course of the last year, recovering from a broken neck. And getting myself back on track to
man, that's big time right there, man. That's congratulations on being able to recover and getting back from that, man.
I mean, the flip side is the lawyering stuff and having to deal with the company and the job that won't take credit for it.
Wow.
They won't accept responsibility even if there's 10 people with guns in their face. We didn't do it.
Going hard,
he was already hurt before he got hurt. And it's just sad. I was online with the judge the other day, and they're like, I have to agree to not want to work with the company anymore. I can't apply for jobs with this company.
Wow.
I don't want to work for you.
Right.
Why would I want to work for somebody who just hasn't even
You haven't accepted responsibility for almost killing me.
and haven't called or text me at the
Are
last
you
text,
okay?
The last text I got was, "Don't text us. Call corporate office or speak with the attorneys at the insurance company, and they'll handle to make sure your bills are taken care of."
Oh wow!
Wow.
So I'm not
one of those places. Huh?
Yeah. So corporate America just fused the fire for me to just get back on track, and with this social media 70 artist project, which I'm taking my time with. I was trying to rush it.
Yeah.
I'm just put it out there for any artist to just sign up and be a part of it.
Right.
But now I'm being strategic.
Okay.
I have a publicist, that go-to guy who's just picking through all the nonsense and the artists who aren't really serious about what they want to do. Just because you go in the studio and you have a song doesn't make you an artist. Okay.
Oh,
If you're not aware of the business side of it, how to interact with other people. DJs.
So are you featuring these artists, or more? Is it more like a contest? It's like a field of 64. Like what exactly is it?
It started premised as a contest. I would do like a top 10 list every week, and then pull from the top 10, and but that's too complicated.
Right.
So now I'm just going to build an artist roster that I can use to put these artists in position.
Okay.
The position is I'm going to make you guys stronger artists because you're going to be more business. Your business acumen is going to go up.
Okay.
Everybody who signs up to have me work their projects is going to get a contract folder, which is going to be worth. I mean, I don't know if you called an attorney and asked them if you could get them to draw up paperwork to have your song soundtracked on a TV show or to be played in elevators, and where you can reap your money benefits from it. So I have a folder that's worth hundreds of thousands of dollars, if I tell you.
Oh, okay.
I'm going to give you that, so you'll have that. One of my artists, Supreme the Resurrector, I'm working with the WPBA, the Women's Pro Basketball Association, which the Philadelphia Reign or the Philly team will be coming in the 22 season. COVID sort of shut us down. But this is, it's not the, there is the women's national NBA, whatever. But this is the WPBA, where we're giving second chances to female basketball players who still have good knees, and they still got a good free throw. And we've got about 10 teams across the country. Tamika is the commissioner of the league. She's based in Atlanta. She just moved to Philadelphia. And that opportunity was dropped in my lap to be the social media marketing and sales director for Philadelphia.
Oh, okay.
And then after a meeting, after my I'm real heavy on that social media. The commissioner of the league called me. She texted me one random morning at like 8 o'clock in the morning, regular business hours. And when I saw her text come in, I called her so fast, she never even got a chance to put the phone down.
Right.
Because this is like, wow, this is a big deal. This is like Pat Riley or somebody, some big person calling me.
Right.
And she said, Truuf, I'm really happy with what you're doing with the Philadelphia Reign. So I'm going to put the entire country in the palm of your hands. And let you do the same thing for every team in the league. So I'm happy that's going to start up in January, and some salary positions are opening up, which I'm going to be a part of. So I'll be able to sort of live my life again. So I just immediately thought, how awesome would it be if I can get some artists to be a part of this project, and every city where we have a basketball team to reach out to those markets and then be able to funnel events, performance opportunities. I'm looking for a theme song for each team.
Okay.
So these opportunities are going to be in the palm of my hand, and I'm not just going to give them to anybody. I'm going to give them to the artists who are part of my talent roster.
So it'll be exclusivity on their end, for that region or wherever they are.
So Supreme the Resurrector, I said, listen, you got a great song, and I really want that song to be a part of what we're doing here.
Right.
So right now we're working on licensing his song to be the official anthem for the entire basketball league.
Awesome.
So if you can imagine the guy that made the song, I'm putting artists in position.
Right.
So right now I got about 7 or 8 artists who signed up, and one in Australia I'm so happy with.
Yeah.
He's got a song called Unknown. I was mad. He sent me the song and everything was unknown. Track unknown, label unknown. Shit. So I'm like, bro, what the hell, bro?
Now, is it he did it on purpose or he just didn't name the shit?
That's his thing. But I'm like, okay, I understand the song is called Unknown.
Right.
But you sent it to me, you have to label it. So
have you seen a picture of this guy?
Yeah, he's
okay, all right. Fucking around.
Is he unknown too?
Yeah, exactly. Could have been Pat Riley or somebody like that.
Right.
They're doing this shit.
Mir Majah is my new hip hop phenomenon. He is Meek Mill on steroids. If you can imagine that young hunger that Meek had a few years ago.
Right.
Mir Majah was the first artist I got a chance to sign to the project while I was still recovering from the broken neck. I mean, didn't really have anything to offer this guy. I just knew I wanted him to be a part of my team.
Right.
So here we are a year later, and he's making big moves. So I'm happy to see his growth.
It's that vision.
Yeah. It's good.
The real G5, Gavin, he's a local guy who's got a couple hot bangers. You Might As Well is another one. And I don't want to say I'm missing out on somebody, but we'll come back to it. Make sure you check the social media. I'll make sure everybody's tagged in any posts.
Right.
So if you want to be a part of that project, all you got to do is inbox me on social media. Tell me you're serious. Get registered. Send me some songs. Like when I do commercials, when I do, I think I did one for you on one of your slots. When I'll take their song and put it as the backdrop music on some social media stuff. Now you're getting credits. Right. Now your song is showing up in reels. Now you're people. How you get your song on the reel? This, that, or there. I'm the plug, baby. I'm the plug.
Respect that. Respect that. Absolutely.
All right. So in 2022, the next quarter is going to be crazy. The numbers are going up. I always talk about our upward trajectory. The trajectory is up. Okay. The numbers are going up. And we can't do it without you guys supporting us, sharing these links. If you see the Mr. Know-It-All podcast, you share this stuff. That's how you get famous. That's how we grow. So
right.
If we plant a seed and you're watching us online, and you can hit that one little button, share. That means so much to us. Yeah. It means the world. It gives us.
As you tell 2 friends, and they tell 2 friends, and keep it pushing.
That's how it all starts. So The podcast Tuesday 8 to 10 is live on Philly
8 to 10.
Coalition Radio.
Okay.
Which I'm working out a deal right now. You guys are going to be live. You don't even see it coming.
Right.
But
Yeah. We've been talking about that. Yeah.
You're the topic of conversation. So we'll have you guys plugged in soon, and then on all the distribution networks for every podcast, make sure you search that Very Disrespectful Show with Tosh and Truuf. And I just joined the movement, and I don't want to have to keep telling my resume all the time.
Right.
So if I reach out to you online about something, you may not know who I am.
Right.
If I was me, if you were you, whatever, I would say, okay, you're so and so. While we're talking, I'm on Google.
All day.
Yeah.
You do what with Atlantic Records? Okay,
Right.
Yeah, all right, cool. You're an elite Atlantic DJ with Atlantic Records? Okay, let me see. Coast to Coast mixtape DJ?
Right.
Oh, yeah, there, he's on there. Okay. So
Right.
just that fast you can, stop
What your wife just called
stop trying to stomp on my life. Like I'm
Right.
talking to people and they be like, someone's this really downplay. Like I came at you, bro.
Yeah.
I came in your inbox and you're telling me you won't even respond to me.
So is it best to have many reaching arms? Like, is it best to be like a tree with many branches and whatnot and have a centralized hub that you like, or is it like is just having your name attached to many, many, many different things a better bet, especially when people
Right. I consider myself like this is like an umbrella corporation, like Dame Dash said in State Property.
Right.
So
right.
DJ Truuf LLC, because I turned DJ Truuf into a business,
Okay.
encompasses all my social media aspects of what I
Right.
do. It encompasses all my DJ work. It encompasses the Tosh and Truuf podcast.
So if they do Google DJ Truuf, they should be able to start to be able to see.
You'll see it.
A lot of things that majority of the things that you're involved
I probably got like 3,000 Google pages.
in. Right.
Okay,
Right.
This is not a game, and
Yeah,
if you
absolutely.
anything I've ever done, I have so much content online, and I create content constantly.
Right.
I can't stop myself. And people said, "Yo, yeah, my phone's broken." And my son was like, "Yo, I'm gonna get you a new phone." I don't need a new phone.
Right.
Because I'm gonna make $1 million on this broken phone.
Yeah.
With the broken screen, I'm gonna do it.
Right,
And I'm gonna
right.
prove that it can be done.
Absolutely.
Okay, so you guys, if you want to take
The
advantage,
hunger is there.
the hunger is there.
There's nothing that can stop you.
And nothing like working with somebody who's equally or as hungry as you.
Absolutely.
Okay, because
Absolutely.
if you bring your good energy to the table,
Right.
and there's a soul sucker sitting next to you, or in the room, or in the vibe, and you just looking like, oh my god.
But it all depends on the type of soul.
You're right. I mean, there's good soul suckers.
Yeah, $40 soul
$40 at a time.
What?
Wow.
I can't.
Wow.
I cannot.
I was talking to one of them online the other day.
Yeah.
And it was like, I just really enjoy sucking penis. I don't say dick. And I was like, really? Like, yeah, that's what I love it. I can't.
Wow.
I just enjoy it so much.
Yo, hand clap of praise to her. She is
So me being me,
life.
I immediately say, well, are you being financially compensated for that? Because if you enjoy sucking one-on-one penis, I can put you in multiple penis situations.
Not only that, I have this naked,
Holy
overweight
thing.
mukbang.
The mukbang. Right, the mukbang is coming.
that is coming.
Right.
That you could be a part of as well.
Right, so I steer them right in whatever lane I'm talking to you in.
Right.
I steer you right to the money. And if you can see it, like if you approach me and we start talking, like even with the cockroach queen is what I call her.
Right. Is this is the cockroach queen?
The one with the roaches and the rats running around, can't go in the house.
I'm about to say,
so
do
fly.
you know anybody that's well, everybody knows anybody is of that ilk. I just want to know, did you find them in the refrigerator?
I've never made it to her refrigerator, but the text message I got and the voicemail I got was, I can't put food in the refrigerator because there's bugs and roaches in it, and I just need food that I can store elsewhere. And I was like, okay, just
Bitch, please.
right.
Yikes.
So it's just, but beautiful. I mean, I told you, I got the butterflies.
Oh yeah.
Oh
And
my
then
God.
you sprayed that raid on and said no.
Exactly.
Right.
Ain't nothing like somebody like a chick. She's bad as hell, but she has to shake her wig before she leaves the house.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
But the first day we met,
Uh-huh.
and it was like right around the time unemployment was stopping. And I was just like, you know what? You got a check or two left. I got a check or two left.
Right.
We're meeting, hanging out. How about we go into business together and take these last 2 checks and
Right.
Do
combine
something
them
with
and do
it.
something crazy?
Right.
Flew right over her head. Can you order me some Wawa and get me a chicken panini? And can you get me this? You just didn't hear. I just said I want to start a business with you.
Right.
Not a clue.
Small-minded.
Took that last check.
Yeah.
And blew it.
Blew it. The next week, can you take me food shopping? I need
Nigga, why didn't you go food shopping with that last check?
I was like, wow.
Yeah.
Wow, this generation is the worst.
Bad.
It is.
It's
The
bad,
worst.
man. Well, see, all she heard was
They don't see it.
Yeah.
They don't see it.
Worst.
They see what's right in front of them.
Yeah.
And they can't see beyond
And then I'm
or how
telling-
to get
I'm
beyond.
literally telling you, I have not worked in 2 years.
Right.
February the 27th, 2020, I walked away from corporate America, from Sprint, $70,000 a year job. I walked away from it.
Right.
COVID struck the next week, and
Right.
everything went to quarantine.
Right.
So I didn't work that whole year. And then I broke my neck the end of last year,
Right.
and it's a year again. So I have not worked for 2 years. And you're still asking me for begging things and what you need. I need.
Yeah.
Okay? But you don't even hear that. It's just
Accountability.
Wow.
Accountability. What does she
Wow.
have to offer? Comes
Wow.
full circle, doesn't it?
Wow.
and at
Comes
this
full
point,
circle.
I would just enjoy some quality company and somebody to laugh with. That would be okay with me, but you can't even offer that because you're so busy
Worrying about
dropping-
self.
Yeah, dropping your problem bombs on me.
Yeah.
Because she need $40. She need $40.
She need more than $40.
Yeah. Yo. Always.
She needs some
It's
raid.
just- yeah. But clap that up. We gotta love that. We are going to move directly into Kellie's question as soon as I find the music for this one. Let's go. Kellie, what you got for us this week?
Not a damn thing.
You ain't research a question. That book is getting kind of thin. Oh shit, we didn't use a lot of questions.
Yeah, we need to use a lot of questions. We've been doing what? Book of questions for about a year now. So
Yeah, wow, it's been that long.
yeah. You know I got to switch up the game.
Yep.
Yep. All right, so let's go 105. No, let me see if 101 is available.
There you go. What about 101?
101. If you were sentenced to hear one of the following all morning. No, we did this one. We did 101.
All right, we'll keep moving.
It was the baby crying drum.
Oh yeah. Oh.
Which sound would you want to hear?
And I was yeah. You talking about very disrespectful. I was extremely. Some people didn't like that too much. It wasn't the way I was talking. I'm sorry. I can't do it. I can't do it. I have to be one of those people. Like I'm. Just to be honest. Go ahead.
Okay.
Let's go.
105. When has your life changed dramatically as the result of some seemingly random influence or occurrence?
When has my life changed?
I know I can answer that one, but go ahead.
Changed dramatically. That's just
When has your life changed dramatically as the result of some seemingly random influence or occurrence?
I got that.
Me too.
I can't wait to tell you mine.
Wow, I really don't have any. Well, I mean, 'cause I don't know, because I think a lot of things that happen in my life, I kind of make the influence on my own in order to make the change. So, I mean, the only thing that I can say is marriage. You know what I'm saying? Just marriage in itself or whatnot. It's just I don't
A random meeting at a show or something. How did y'all meet?
Okay, yeah, that's what it was. It was just a meeting, because you certain times when things happen, you just don't never know what they're gonna lead to. Just so happened us meeting at Edinburgh's auction. You know what I'm saying? And who would know?
20 years later, two kids.
Exactly. Who would have thought? You
Two
know what
cities.
I'm saying? Yeah. So it's as simple as that for me.
Somehow
Because I'm one of them people that I don't hit the lottery. I don't hit the lottery with and I'm talking about like random shit. I don't just out of nowhere shit fall into my lap.
You don't luck up.
I'm not a luck up like that. I am a person that puts in footwork in order to make things happen, and as things happen, I find opportunities in order for them to grow. You know what I mean? I'm one of those people that's just like I'm a grind. I have to be a grinder. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes people are just. I wish I was a person that a fucking bag of money fell off the back of the Brinks truck. You know what I'm saying? And I knew exactly what to do with it, but it just doesn't happen in that way.
Not that person, huh?
No, not me.
I have two, but I only talk about one.
All right.
So one day, I was listening to my friend's podcast, and I sent him some notes.
Right.
Then another day, I was listening to my friend's podcast. I sent him some more notes.
Right.
Then he invited me to be a guest on his podcast. And then after we guested on the podcast, a week later, he asked me to be on said podcast.
Who the fuck was that nigga?
I don't know. And so now, 2 years later,
Right.
Nice.
I'm still on the podcast.
Absolutely. Beautiful. Clap it up with that.
And for the first time last week, my son actually got to see,
Right. What you
like,
did.
I know you know, I was saying I was going to record the podcast. He's like, you're still doing that? I'm like, yeah.
Yeah, hello.
And so he came down here. He got to see the whole setup. And he's like, why don't you have a rolly chair?
All right, listen. Okay, now we working
But
on that because she
it's
been
all
complaining about
good.
this rolly chair. But now
I did that.
gonna
My
be a
son
Christmas present
did.
Now I gotta get her a damn rolly chair.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay, you know I'm going to break this chair.
Huh?
This chair be breaking. Every time I come,
That chair's
Right.
fine.
I'm like,
That's-
tighten up the screws on the
Tighten
chair.
it up. Tighten it up.
Tighten the screws on the
Dave,
chair.
you didn't get it from IKEA, did you? Because
No, it's a good fucking chair. It's a, no,
black people can't sit on IKEA
Because
furniture.
I'm going to say this. Look,
it's got.
he screwed it before I...
Yeah, you goddamn right. I tightened it up before you got here.
He tightened it up before I got here.
Yeah, it's a good chair.
Classic.
All right, Truuf, what you got, man?
I'll start with the most recent one.
Okay.
Working in the drive-through of this donut company that tried to kill me last year.
Oh, damn.
The randomness of me even applying to work there and them hiring me immediately should have been a red flag.
Right.
But I was in the drive-through and taking orders, and my pleasant personality just comes across this microphone, and people hear my voice on that little machine, and they just, I don't know what they think of me, but it's always happened to me. Even when I was at Wendy's years ago,
Right.
you should be doing radio. I'm like, wow, I really do radio.
Right. Yeah. Right.
So the young lady pulls around, gave her a coffee, changed, smiled at her, talked to her for about 15 to 30 seconds, and she said, you know what? This interaction that we're having is the most awesome interaction I've ever had in a drive-through restaurant.
Right.
You did not treat me as a number, as a statistic, you need to hurry, move on customer. I have people
Right. I
behind
need the
you.
next person.
Right.
And she said, I can feel the energy in your spirit, and I want that energy to play with, not in a bad way.
Right. Right.
So she gave me her number, and I called her later that evening. The next day, she explained who she was.
Right.
She was the owner of the Philadelphia Reign pro basketball team.
Oh, okay. Wow.
And,
Okay. Right.
She immediately told me that she wanted me on her team. She then proceeded to create a position for me.
Amen.
I
Oh, wow.
never went to a job that when they said, this is the work, what we want you to do, she laid it specifically to my strengths and talents where I can't mess up. I couldn't possibly mess up if I wanted to. 'cause
Right,
It was
right.
perfect for
right.
you.
So I came on board. I signed my contracts, my NDAs, and all these crazy agreements. And, fast forward a year later, because we've been a year,
Right.
I consistently did the work that I said I was going to do. And now we're coming into pay season, coming up in January.
Oh, wow.
So I'm excited about that. And then, like I just said, that expounded out to the whole country. So from
Right.
that one little interaction at the donut shop,
Yeah. No, whatever.
At
that
the
happened.
place.
And then take it back 13 years.
Right.
Gave me a dry ass bagel today.
Yeah, I'm not even gonna go there. I'm not even gonna go there.
And my son just started there yesterday.
Yeah.
Yeah. No. Exactly. Go ahead.
They flattened my Boston cream today.
I was in a meeting, not even a meeting. I was just hanging out with one of the hip hop professionals in the city.
Right.
And the manager of the villa happened to be there, Teddy B.
Oh, okay.
And I was explaining maybe who I was. I'm really shy sometimes, but I'm talking here and there about what I do.
Right.
And he heard me talking, and he said, just randomly, what are you doing Friday? There's maybe a Tuesday or Wednesday. I said, I don't know. I'm doing shit.
Right. Right.
I ain't got no real job.
Yeah.
I'm faking the funk right now.
Right.
Every day is a different day.
Right. And he said, you got a microphone? I said, yeah. He said, well, I got DJ Diamond Cuts working on the weekends, but she don't like to talk. Like she doesn't really know how to
Yeah.
present the brand the way we need it to.
Right.
And I want you to host with her. I was like, oh, okay, cool.
Right.
She's like, just show up Friday, 12 o'clock. And I went down Thompson Street.
Yeah.
And I plugged the mic up and I just started talking.
Right.
And that turned into 13 years. Streets coordinator, worked in the marketing department, and got Sneakerville to cut the biggest checks in the history of the world.
Really?
Yes.
I remember those Sneakerville days too. Yeah, I remember that. Yeah,
I was getting paid 3 times for the same job in 1 week. Where they were like, yo, bro, why do you have 2 and 3 checks here every week?
Right.
You're in my business.
Don't
do
worry
that.
about that.
You're in my business. Don't do that.
Go.
Did I ask you why you don't?
Yep.
Then don't ask me why I did.
It took them 8 years to figure out my name. They didn't even know my name. The only person who knew my name was the lady that actually cut the checks, the mother of Jason Lutz, who was the president up in Reading. She's the only one.
Right.
But everybody else is Truuf.
Yeah.
Until finally we were in Cleveland doing a grand opening, and the president, Jason, he called me in the back room of the store. He said, I feel so embarrassed.
Right.
I feel so embarrassed.
Right.
What is your name? Because I have to book
name of the game.
I have to book you a flight to get back.
Right.
I don't know your name.
Right.
He just knows Truuf. It's just always been Truuf. And
Absolutely.
I felt that was the biggest coup I've ever done in my life. In my life.
That's the name of the game, man. That's the name of the game, man. Big clap. Yeah. I love that though, man. That's a hell of a story. That's
classic.
That is the name of the game. We normally would do a segment called Life Lessons and whatnot. But I don't know, man. I'm just gonna honestly just talk for a second before we get out of here. Just about
Wrap up the year.
Wrap up the year.
Just
About the journey and the things that I've kind of been on. This year has been up and down. To be perfectly honest with you, like this is one of those situations where the only thing that I felt like that I've moved forward with this year is this podcast and my son's development and branding himself and whatnot in order to get ready for college. Those are the two things. So just on a personal level, I've you know what I'm saying? Like the things that I want to do personally, and I think that they're starting to overshine the just the regular everyday shit that I've had to, endure. I've took a couple trips this summer, but it's just like everything else in life, like how when you come to that place where you understand that you are stagnant. Mm-hmm. So in 2022, now I'm making it a point to where is that I am going to get out of my own way and let the things that are supposed to happen. So everything when I was talking about, just improving the aesthetics around here, that's going to be a go. I was talking to Truuf when we first came down here. I still feel like I'm outgrowing this space. Mm-hmm. That's going to have to change. And now it's just all about, putting myself in a position where I can find the capital. So now I think I'm going to out branch and do things kind of like our new pal over here, DJ Truuf. I've been thinking about ring announcing, about commentating, about kind of putting my voice to use as well. Mm-hmm. So
that was my dream that I was telling you about Floyd.
Yeah,
that day I met Vernoka Michael, the owner of the Blue Horizon.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah. I told her my dream.
Yeah,
and she said, "What are you doing Friday? You have a suit?"
Right.
I said,
yeah.
She said, "Bring your suit and your voice
over
to the Blue Horizon, 6:00.
Yeah,
and you can start ring announcing for me."
See, and that's that's what it is. You know what? Maybe I need to start branching out and putting myself in these places because that's what it is. I think that a lot of things that
Don't ever be scared to talk about your dream, even if you don't think anybody's listening.
Right.
Talk about your dream over and over. Just keep talking.
No, you're absolutely right.
Because there's someone that's not going to shit on your dream.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
There's someone that's going to, like he just said, there's someone that's going to be able to put you in position to take that next step.
No, absolutely.
So you can't, you can't keep it hidden.
I think that this what I'm doing now and whatnot is essentially a catalyst for a lot of the other things, that I want to do as well. And I think that I've fell back on my screenwriting and shit like that. I just think I need to get back into a lot of things when it comes to, what I want to do in 2022. Mm-hmm. So I just want to end this year by telling everybody just do what it is the fuck that you want to do. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Just find a way to do it. Find a way to do it. Find a way to get it done. Put yourself in just the best positions and whatnot. And sometimes just not taking no for an answer is a good thing. You know what I mean? And
is that
you
what
know,
you
just
learned from 2021?
Oh my gosh, yes. Yes, because at the end of the day, like I wouldn't be doing any of this shit if it wasn't, you know what I mean? If it's not something that I wanted to do,
Right.
per se, whatnot.
I learned a sales technique working with the people that knock on doors to change your energy provider.
Right, right.
And I hated the job. I hated it.
Yeah.
I hated getting up to go there. But I've always been a good salesman.
Right,
and,
right.
You know, a part of being a good success story is being able to work through the no's. To get through 99 no's to get to the one yes that you needed for the day.
Absolutely.
And then there was a survival technique that they trained, and I just thought this was phenomenal.
Right.
And you can use this for your business. As you present these ideas and you talk to people about it.
Right.
If once you present the idea, detach from it. Hey, listen, this is what I want to do.
Yeah.
I got a great thing going on. This is how I want you to be a part of it. And here you go. Send. And then walk away. Do something else. Do a show or two. Forget about them. Move on. Talk to other people.
Right.
And then they'll come back to you.
Yeah.
And when they come back to you, a lot of times it's going to be a yes.
Right.
A lot of times it's going to be a yes because this technique was like I just needed to get people to give me a copy of their electric bill.
Yeah.
So I would knock on their door and I would say what I needed to say.
Right.
And I would say, go get me a copy of your electric bill.
Yeah.
And then I would literally walk across the street. I would ignore them.
Right.
I would get on my iPad and just start looking at car tags. And people would be like, he just told me to do something.
Right.
I guess I should do it.
Yeah.
He just told me.
That's true.
And it was the detachment. And that technique works. If you can find a way to spin it into your real life, you'll win every time. Every time. I need $1,000 from you this week. Oh, by the way, and you just walk away and you be like, he just said he needs $1,000 from me. What the hell is he talking about?
Right.
You know, it's what it is. So, you know,
No,
a lot of these
absolutely.
little things, man. You know,
Yeah,
I'm
see,
dropping
that's
jewels.
dropping jewels.
I hope this is on the Patreon page so people have to pay
Pay
for
for
this.
that.
I might have to
That's
put this
not
portion.
free info.
I know. I
I
might have
like
to put
dropping-
it. Yeah, no, absolutely.
That's not info I'm trying to get everybody.
I might have to put the portion of that on the Patreon. Yeah, that's.
I find myself doing that all the time too. Like, hey, Tosh, wait a minute. Patreon
Yeah.
this because this is
Yeah.
not, YouTube don't deserve
Everything
these
is not for
conversations.
everybody.
Absolutely. But yeah, man. So yeah, just blessings to everybody, man.
Yeah.
You know everything. You got anything coming up?
No.
And any
this
thoughts?
is-
Any?
You always have something coming up. You never
I do.
not
I
have
just don't
nothing
know
come-
what it is yet.
Make it up.
Yeah.
Gotta be
But one
quick
thing
with
I
it.
did learn from 2021 is that I had to learn how to take care of myself. I had to learn, and we needed this space, me and the boy. We needed this space and this time to get back to Kellie because I was overly mom, and it was just like
Right.
I'm going to kill myself being
Yikes.
overly mom,
Right.
and not remembering that in a couple of years he
Yeah.
may be on his own.
Yeah, absolutely.
And then who am I?
right. You still
So
gotta
I
do it,
really took 2021 to find myself again and be comfortable in who I am.
So I guess 2022 is going to be this was the emancipation now. Is the
Emancipation
expansion.
of Kellie Quinton.
Exactly. Now it's time for the expansion, and I
Ooh,
think
yeah.
that's a big deal. That's a big deal. 2022 April. I don't give a fuck because it's already in the air. Live show.
Live show.
DJ Truuf's gonna be a part of it too. He's coming through. You know what I'm saying?
right.
Live show. So it's already gonna be popping. Yeah. Love y'all dearly, man. Let me just give a shout out to Spotify listeners,
That
Apple
was my
Podcast
last
listeners.
Kelly's question because next year
I know.
I'm changing that shit.
You switching up? That was
I'm
last Kelly's
switching
question?
again, Yeah,
Listen, well,
we did.
Spotify listeners, Apple Podcast listeners, Google
That was
Podcast
it.
listeners, Stitcher listeners, SoundCloud listeners, Anchor listeners, Home
Home
team,
team.
YouTube viewers, Patreon viewers. Thank y'all for rocking with us 2021. It's been another year down. Get with us on IG at Mr._KnowItAll_pod. The Facebook fan page and Mr. Know It All podcast fan page. And please send us all your fucking duckery and schmuckery over
your
to the
secrets.
Gmail account.
What's your secret?
And that's another thing. 2022, we're going to get that popping all the way. I don't want secrets. I don't want dirt. I want all that shit. Ain't got to say no names or nothing like that. We'll get that going. Oh, man. But it has been fun. And now it's time to say goodbye to all my Negro friends. for the year of 2021 on to 2022. Y'all enjoy yourselves. Have a good new year. Have a safe new year. Listen, we talk to y'all on behalf of my co-hosts that's not here are Dot Rada and Kellie Q, the diva. Go ahead, say your name.
Going a little long with that, but it's me. You know it's me. You know who it is. Go ahead.
And our special guest today,
DJ Truuf.
Classic.
Oh man, thank y'all very much.
Been a blast.
Yeah, man, love y'all dearly. Talk to y'all 2022.
See you next year.
And you cannot forget.
You must always remember.
And you must always remember.
Have your pet spayed or neutered.
Fuck you, fuck you, fuck you. You're cool. And fuck you, I'm out.